I can vividly remember the first LEGO game I played, LEGO Island 2: The Brickster's Revenge. I remember skateboarding through the city, thinking that it was so cool. Everything was made from the very blocks I could hold in my hands at home. The idea that I could build literally anything I found in a game with my own Legos was mind-blowing. Little did I know that this would be the start of a passion that would still be around well into my adult years. From the calming and meditative build sessions to the reenactment of my favorite franchises, LEGO has been there through it all and continues to serve as a place of escape and enjoyment after all these years. There's nothing like coming home after a hard day's work to a brand new LEGO set to get lost in a build session that washes away all the stress of life. As a child, I remember the feeling of saving up all my money that I got working for my grandpa so I could buy the LEGO set that I'd been eyeing for what felt like ages. There was an unmatched satisfaction to opening up a new bag filled with pieces and hearing them clatter to the table as I progressed through the building process. And that final victory of pressing the last piece into place. Incredible. Saving money taught me hard work, and building the LEGO taught me patience. Playing with the final product taught me to take time and enjoy the hard work. These principles have stayed with me even till now. Many of the greatest things are made great, not simply because of the final destination, but the journey is an important part of the experience. Building a LEGO set is just as important as enjoying its final form. Perhaps this is why I enjoy the continued love for LEGO to this day. Perhaps it is the charming and playful branding, or maybe it's just the fact that LEGOs are really cool. I mean, over the past few years alone, we've had everything from an Eiffel Tower that stands just under 5 feet tall, to a beautiful 3D rendition of Van Gogh's Starry Night, to a LEGO model of Optimus Prime that actually can transform, to even a Pac-Man arcade cabinet that actually has Pac-Man moving throughout the maze. It's honestly incredible what can be accomplished with these little blocks. My love for LEGO is probably only matched by one other hobby that I have: getting lost in a great video game. But what happens when you combine two of the greatest pastimes in the world? I love a good LEGO set, and I always have, but as a child, I could only afford so many. Hard work only came with so much opportunity, and other things began to compete for my interest and opportunity. Fortunately, as I worked my way into adulthood, I got a job that lent me some disposable income. I found my love for LEGOs resurge. I found myself able to buy sets that my younger self could have only dreamed about. The fact that LEGO realized that their initial audience had grown up and started to release more adult-focused sets only cemented this love. This, paired with my Batman obsession, only made my wallet feel the pain even more. LEGO Batman Batmobile? Gotta have it. LEGO Batman Batwing? Well, I mean, I got the Batmobile, so I need to have the Batwing to hang right above it, right? LEGO Batman Tumbler Batmobile? Okay, I do already have a Batmobile, but this one's different, and I wanted this one since I was a kid. And then there was, well, I could always justify buying just one more set. As my collection grew, I'd be reminded of another childhood gem that LEGO provided: LEGO video games. With two of mankind's greatest creations for having fun combined, LEGO games served as the best of both worlds. I remember playing games like LEGO Island 2 and the LEGO Racer games. Playing in those virtual worlds felt different from other games. It almost felt like your toy box had come to life and you were able to peek inside. It was the very representation of acting out a story with your Legos, but in a fully realized virtual world. The newer games still managed to have a different feel than other competitor games. The new LEGO 2K Drive game takes car customization to a whole new level, using LEGO bricks to really unleash the user's imagination and allowing you to spend hours and hours building the perfect vehicle. This imagination unleashed is seen even further in the LEGO Worlds game, which acts as a LEGO version of Minecraft, letting you sculpt the world to your creative vision and build incredible creations. It's really like having the ultimate LEGO collection that you can interact with in a virtual space, with the bonus of never needing to worry about stepping on a stray brick. The real wow factor is, again, how everything is made out of the same bricks that exist in real life. It acts as a bridge to the real world and provides a unique aesthetic that really is not matched in any other game. The game Builder's Journey manages to take this to the extreme by crafting an absolutely beautiful game and story using only LEGO blocks. This game really does a great job at capturing the feeling of building with LEGO blocks, giving you a set of pieces to work with that you can use to solve the many puzzles. It actually feels like someone poured a pile of LEGO bricks on a table and told you to build a bridge with them. The puzzle genre seems to be a perfect fit for the LEGO brand. In fact, one of Rick's favorite LEGO games is actually the 1999 LEGO Alpha Team puzzle game. And in more recent years, they released LEGO Bricktales, another LEGO puzzle game that boasts similar gameplay to Builder's Journey, letting you progress through by building solutions to puzzles with LEGO bricks, but with a more straightforward story and at a minifigure scale. LEGO has managed to create games from many other genres as well. LEGO Brawls dipped its toes into the fighting genre with a Smash Brothers-like formula, even though it did water it down quite a bit. LEGO even managed to venture into the MMO genre with LEGO Universe. When looking through their absolutely massive catalog of games, it's honestly hard to find a genre that they haven't sunk their teeth into. And to be honest, it's not really a surprise why that's the case. I mean, nothing can get better than this, right? LEGO plus video games? It's the perfect formula, right? But what if it could be better? The landscape of the LEGO video game franchise would forever change in 2005 with the release of LEGO Star Wars: The Video Game. This game was the perfect combination of ingredients. You had the charm of LEGO mixed with the fun of a video game, and all tied together with the story of one of the greatest sci-fi franchises in history. The straightforward gameplay provided an easy entry for any kid or adult who wanted to play. Its clever puzzle system had different characters able to perform different tasks, and successfully paired these tasks with their actual abilities in the movies, made for the perfect relaxing yet fun experience. And the character roster, featuring all of your favorite characters from the movie, made you want to keep playing to unlock them all. It really was the perfect formula, and LEGO has only continued to perfect it over the years. LEGO Batman the video game introduced a new original story based on the characters from the Batman comics, and even introduced some of Batman's lesser known villains. However, where this game truly shines is its unique two-sided storytelling, which we actually did a video on in the past. This allowed the player to play through the same story from both the hero's perspective and the villain's perspective. This is something that's not really been seen much in the gaming world. The LEGO lineup through the years has grown to include many beloved franchises and some truly massive games, from the wizarding world of Harry Potter to the vast sea with Pirates of the Caribbean. You can even visit LEGO Middle-earth in the LEGO Lord of the Rings and the LEGO Hobbit games. Or even visit some of LEGO's original worlds, like Ninjago City from the LEGO Ninjago game, or the many districts of LEGO City and LEGO City Undercover, and even Brickster and many of the other worlds from the LEGO movie franchise. The list goes on, and it's quite impressive to see all the worlds that they have managed to recreate in their lineup, innovating block by block on the proven LEGO formula. The LEGO Batman games added the idea of characters having multiple forms or suits, expanding the variety of abilities that each character could have. LEGO Indiana Jones 2: The Adventure Continues added dynamic split screen, which was a much needed addition for people playing co-op, allowing the two players to move independently around the level and hub world, rather than playing a game of tug of war with the screen. This game also introduced a more fleshed out hub world with things to do, which would be expanded on in the Harry Potter games with Hogwarts, and eventually result in the huge hub that LEGO Batman 2 had, with a full construction of Gotham City that included side missions and puzzles, making the world feel larger and more interesting. LEGO Star Wars: The Force Awakens improved on the combat formula that some would say was starting to get stale by adding cover and aiming mechanics in blaster fights, which would later be improved yet again in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Speaking of LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, it really shows just how far the LEGO games have come, boasting over 400 characters in its roster, 24 explorable planets in its open world, and all 9 Star Wars movies as playable chapters. And while bigger is not always better, they seem to strike a good balance to prevent overstaying its welcome. Each LEGO game in this lineup tends to follow the same formula for gameplay, but the developers over at Traveler's Tales managed to shake things up enough with each one to make them feel fresh and memorable. It is almost like the perfect mix of innovation and getting the things that you love again and again. The developers are not afraid to try something new with a game. There's a number of mechanics that can only be found in a single title, which further solidifies its uniqueness. LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars is probably the most extreme of these examples, boasting an RTS battle mode where you can build buildings to spawn units, towers to fight off enemy units, and all capped off with classic capture the flag gameplay. This is the only game in the lineup to have it, and honestly, it's the best part of the game. Further, it really fits the Clone Wars setting. Opinions rightfully vary on the quality of the prequel trilogy, but one thing it did do well was provide a peek into the depths of the universe. Seeing that massive level of detail enacted and built, even in a LEGO game, is amazing to see. These unique mechanics are seen throughout different games, and each mechanic tends to be unique to the theme of the game, like the combos in The Incredibles, for example, which allow you to perform special moves with the right button combinations. I mean, what is being a superhero without the ability to string together your attacks to conquer your enemy? LEGO DC Supervillains added a huge main mechanic where you get to build and customize the main character. And while character customization has been around since the second LEGO Star Wars game, this was on a whole new level. You were able to customize everything from the voice of your character to the effects used when you attack. You could choose who you were in a way that had never been done in a LEGO game. Another absolutely amazing mechanic in only one game is the level editor from Indiana Jones 2: The Adventure Continues. Side note, I remember having so much fun with this when I was a kid. It allowed you to build your very own LEGO level, with all the great puzzles that come with it. Truly, it felt like you were a game designer. Honestly, Traveler Tales, you should really bring this back. All of these features being unique to their specific game makes them even more special. It provides a breath of fresh air to the formula that the rest of the game follows, and shakes things up just enough to make the game memorable and special. Honestly, a lot of other franchises and developers could take a lesson from Traveler Tales' playbook here. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft. Probably one of the coolest parts about LEGO is not the impressive sets, or the fun video games, or even the great licensed IPs. It's the way that it allows us to connect between generations. LEGO seems to defy age limits. Enjoyed by both adults and children, it provides us with a way to connect and spend time with each other that other toys and mediums don't. Growing up with two younger brothers with a 4-year age gap in between each of us, it was sometimes hard to find something that we could all enjoy. But playing a LEGO video game was something that we could all agree on. Just so long as I was the first player. I will always cherish the memories I have playing through these adventures with my brothers. And being a new father myself, I look forward to the days when I can share my joy of Legos with my son. I cannot wait until we get to spend time together building his first Lego set, or even playing through the Lego games. Lego will always hold a special place in my heart, and I hope that developers continue to push the bounds of what Lego game can be. Like I said before, LEGO has managed to hit almost every genre out there, but sadly, a lot of their original games are not very accessible anymore. It'd be awesome to see a resurgence of games outside the story-focused ones. Venturing into some of the genres that they have not touched at all, or have not touched in a while, could provide a huge opportunity. For example, a LEGO deck building RPG would be very interesting. Imagine building a deck of cards that let you cast spells like a classic RPG game, all set in the story of one of the LEGO worlds. The gameplay could be somewhat similar to Slay the Spire, but with less focus on a roguelike gameplay loop, and rather letting you collect cards to tailor the cards specifically to the challenges you face, or the way you'd like to play. Wrapped up in the LEGO aesthetic, this could be a very interesting way to merge multiple different things into one. A classic LEGO RPG would be another cool one. This wouldn't even be unheard of. Something like the Super Mario RPG of 1996 would be a perfect example of what this could be. Take the LEGO aesthetic and give it a classic Final Fantasy turn-based combat system alongside a sprawling world to explore. Imagine this mixed with the world of Middle-earth. You could venture into the tactical strategy genre by adapting the settings of many different LEGO worlds to fit into the gameplay similar to XCOM or Mario and Rabbids, and potentially even bring back LEGO Alpha Team. LEGOs already have a stop-motion aesthetic inherent in their real-world counterparts, so the slow, steady, and tactical gameplay would fit right in. In fact, it wouldn't even be much of a stretch. A classic alien invasion fought off by a troop of LEGO heroes? I feel like it's already been done, and I'm just copying the story of XCOM. In the RTS realm, LEGO already boasts a huge number of vehicles in their catalog. Imagine porting those to an RTS game, where you get the opportunity to build, construct, and amass an army of LEGOs. This has been somewhat played with LEGO Star Wars 3, but it could be even more refined in the style of Halo Wars or Tooth and Nail to make it much more approachable than games like StarCraft 2 and even Age of Empires. It would even be cool for them to expand on LEGO Brawls to venture further into the fighting genre, adding more features inspired by games like Brawlhalla and Smash Brothers. Perhaps even collaboration with developers of Dragon Ball FighterZ would allow them to create an interesting mix of LEGO meets 2D fighting games. With the massive amount of IP available to LEGO and the relative ease with which they can be depicted, this could be an incredibly cool game if it all came together. Much like the bricks themselves, the possibilities are only limited by your imagination. LEGO has always inspired creativity and innovation, which is probably why the LEGO game industry has been as successful as it is, and why, if the developers continue to embrace the heart of LEGO, it will continue to be. We've had a good run with LEGO games, and honestly, I can't wait to see what comes next. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really loved working on this video. It was a lot of fun mixed with some major nostalgia. We do have some pretty exciting videos coming in the future, so be sure to subscribe if you're interested in that. Would also love to hear your thoughts on Legos. Do you like Legos? Do you like the Lego games? Is there any other genres that you think that Lego should try to explore? Let us know in the comments. And as always, a big thanks to our Patreons, JRev and CC. It really means the world to us that we have your support. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.